I just tell the truth, and telling the truth is crazy in a world full of lies. If you mix brilliance with bravery, that we can ignite something. Even this conversation alone can ignite the people.
The time is now to express and for people to believe in themselves. The time is now for it to be okay to be great. People in this world shun people for being great, for being a bright color, for standing out. But the time is now to be okay to be the greatest you.
Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Kelly. We're back with another video. If you guys are new to the channel and you enjoy true crime stories, news, politics, and so much more, please hit that subscribe button and join me. I would very much appreciate that. And if you are a returning listener or subscriber, thank you guys as always for being a friend. Please like the video if you like it. Share a comment down below. Let me know what you think about this, and yeah, make sure the bell's turned on. Do all of those things, guys. It really does help me out if you interact, and I appreciate everyone for watching this video. So, like I said last week, I wanted to come on here and update you guys on the developments in the Ynw Melly ongoing shit show trial, and if you had any doubts that it could get even more bizarre, even more scandalous, even more corrupt, well, I've got news for you guys.
Is going on today ahead of a new trial for rapper Ynw Melly.
It comes after defense attorneys accused prosecutors of withholding information. Local 10 News reporter Ian Margol is live with what's come out of court so far today.
So these were some really important motions as we continue to get closer and closer to Ynw Melly's retrial for double murder. Today, Judge John Murphy heard arguments about the state's motion to quash the defense's request to hear testimony from several more members of the state attorney's office, including State Attorney Harold Pryor himself. The motion stems from last Friday's hearing where defense attorneys called two witnesses. The first was a longtime assistant state attorney who reported wrongdoing on the part of the lead detective on Melly's case. The second witness was the lead prosecutor who defense attorneys say didn't properly inform them about the incident involving that detective.
I would think that State Attorney Pryor would be begging to come in here and testify to set the record straight of what he did hide or what he did not hide about the good intentions of the attorney's office. What are they hiding? Obviously, they are hiding something because they're fighting so vigorously for us not to know what occurred.
Is outrageous against the law, and also there's no reason to hold the state attorney, the chief assistant state attorney, and other ASAs in here when nothing has been shown that anything was improper or done wrong. They were allowed to testify and told not to lie, and they did.
So Judge John Murphy did say he will issue a ruling on this today. He didn't do it from the bench, but could do it later on this afternoon. And not only could he decide whether or not the state attorney himself and several of the assistant state attorneys could be called to testify about this, he could potentially tell the lead prosecutor in this case she needs to step away and let someone else from the state attorney's office handle this case. Again, that ruling deciding or likely going to be coming down this afternoon. As soon as we get any updates, of course, we'll let you know. Live in.
So, that judge does not look happy at all. He looks right about done with all these people's bullshit. Okay, let's just consider the fact this case has been ongoing for 5 years now. Let's just consider the fact that all of these people have gone through a trial already. Okay, all of these people have already done this whole charade, okay? And here they are yet again. Well, it turns out that the judge actually did make a ruling on this, and shocker, guys, bombshell, the judge pulled Christine Bradley as the lead prosecutor in the Ynw Melly double murder retrial for withholding information. I mean, mind blown. I could not believe this when I read this. I can't remember the last time in such a high-profile case such as this that a lead prosecutor was recused and reprimanded by a judge for this kind of behavior. I mean, my goodness. I'm shooketh, okay? So, what the hell are they going to do now? Your guess is as good as mine, but let me know in the comments down below, because this is shocking. I really, like I said, I still highly doubt that the judge would all out dismiss the charges against YNW Melly, because first of all, there's 2 defendants in this case. So to dismiss double homicide for both defendants would just be like unheard of. I would just be like beyond shocked. I would be like dismayed. I would be absolutely at a loss for words if these charges were dropped. But he is going to hear that motion and decide on it eventually. I believe they have given till Tuesday for them to find another lead prosecutor to take over for this second trial. Now, whether or not that will be good or bad on YNW Melly is yet to be seen, because they could find somebody who's more competent in arguing the case and it ended up being really bad for him. On the other hand, it could be so widely publicized and so widely shown in the media, all of this disgraceful, absolutely just unheard of behavior and shit-showy nature of this trial and this prosecutor, that it taints the jury pool to the point of I don't see how they're going to get a conviction if that were to be the case. How are they going to continue to try this case in Broward County with the same jury pool, with the same prosecutor's office? I don't see it, but that is what they're going to try to do.
Another bombshell ahead of the double murder retrial for rapper Ynw Melly. A Florida judge sided with Melly's defense team and pulled lead prosecutor KRISTINE Bradley off the case. It's a huge win for the rapper's defense, who claimed Bradley allegedly covered up a report that the investigation's lead detective had asked a Broward County sheriff's deputy to lie about being present while serving a search warrant.
You put it all together. There was a mistrial. They hid Brady material. Making Mr. Demons go through another trial is a violation of double jeopardy. Jeopardy should have attached because of what occurred.
Broward County Circuit Court Judge John Murphy granted the defense motion out of an abundance of caution, stating he didn't find Bradley's integrity had been compromised, but agreed that since the defense plans to call KRISTINE Bradley to testify as a witness in the upcoming retrial, she could no longer serve as a prosecutor.
How embarrassing.
Of the statement, you're bringing in witnesses, right, that are testifying to something that they weren't a party to. Ms. Bradley wasn't there. So her testimony, she would be coming in testifying for collateral issue, wherein she was not even a witness to the initial incident.
So why would a Broward County prosecutor be a defense witness in a double murder retrial? Well, the goal of the defense is to impeach the credibility of Detective Mark Moretti, the lead investigator. The allegations against him stem from when Moretti met with Ynw Melly's mother, Jamie King, in October 2022. While questioning her about alleged witness tampering, he executed a search warrant to seize her phone. Assistant State Attorney Michelle Boudreaux, who was a witness to the incident, testified in a hearing last week that she overheard Moretti ask a deputy to lie about being present during the phone seizure.
Detective Moretti said to Deputy Morrell, "You need to say you were here when I served that search warrant." And it was kind of like an awkward moment. Someone described it just kind of getting punched twice in the head. So there's a search warrant that gets served, and I'm like, what's going on? And then the next thing, he's asking this deputy to lie for him. And again, I'm like this isn't like, I'm in the twilight, so I'm like, this can't really be happening. Deputy Gorell didn't say anything of any substance. I think he said, "Is there anything I'm needed for anymore?" or something like that. I don't remember if he said anything at all. It was just a very awkward moment.
Do you say anything to Moretti?
No, I don't say anything to Moretti. I leave the room. I'm done with the statement. As far as I'm concerned, I'm done investigating this case.
Why?
Because I don't work with detectives that solicit lies.
Boudreaux said she reported the incident to her direct supervisors and prosecutor KRISTINE Bradley, who testified in the hearing defending Moretti's actions, saying the whole thing was a joke.
Is that true that Detective Moretti said to you that what he said was a joke?
No, what was intended to be conveyed was that Deputy Gorell, his response was flippant in nature. That was the joking aspect of it.
Okay, so if somebody from your office sends out a Brady notice in this case, not authorized by you, correct?
That is correct.
And in that Brady notice that I just showed you, you're saying that there are incorrect statement of fact.
That is correct.
And the incorrect statement is that you were not told by Moretti that he was joking.
That is correct. The indication has always been, and if it was inartfully conveyed in some point, the indication has always been that Deputy Gorell responded in a very flippant manner when asked about showing up.
Flippant manner
To Detective Moretti.
Does he say that in his court report, Gorell?
I don't believe so.
Okay. So the flippant matter came from Moretti, and somehow you communicated that Moretti said it was a joke. Is that what we're putting together?
I did not say that Moretti said that he had made a joke in any way, shape, or form.
So you've never made the statement that Moretti said he was joking?
My statement was, at all times, and if it was ever not clear or misinterpreted by whoever was listening to it, was that Deputy Gorell made the statement that was of a flippant nature.
On August 30th, 2022, Christine Bradley filed a Brady notice which requires prosecutors to disclose material and exculpatory information to the defense. But as Michelle Boudreaux testified, the notice made no mention of her statement that Detective Moretti instructed the deputy to lie about being present. It wasn't until nearly a year later in September 2023, months after Judge Murphy declared a mistrial in Melly's first trial, Michelle Boudreaux says she noticed no Brady notice was ever filed and brought it to the attention of the state attorney's office.
We believe that we would have testimony that they were instructing Miss Bradley to file the Brady notice. And this goes back as early as basically in October, November, whenever that was, of 2022. The testimony will show that after they did that, pretty much everybody put their head in the sand. They did not check into things. She went through a whole trial. We sat through the trial. Nothing was mentioned about Brady. We find it hard to believe that nobody would have asked her, even after the hung jury, well, how did you handle that Brady issue?
And according to the defense, after Boudreaux brought it back up, Christine Bradley still did not file the notice. Instead, it was filed by another assistant state attorney, Chris Killerin.
That Ms. Bradley refused to sign the Brady notice that was prepared by the supervisors in the office, and she refused to sign it. In fact, it was handed to her by her secretary, and she said, I'm not signing this. And that's why Mr. Killerin from Public Corruptions had to sign that Brady notice.
Once Melly's defense team contacted Boudreaux, Christine Bradley filed the Brady notice concerning Detective Moretti's statement. Then just 2 days later, filed an amended notice stating the incident was a joke and the deputy was trying to be funny. After learning of all that transpired, the defense motioned to remove the entire Broward County Prosecutor's Office and the State Attorney's Office from the case. The judge ultimately denied that motion to recuse the State Attorney's Office. However, in Judge Murphy's order granting the recusal of Prosecutor Christine Bradley, he wrote, given the conflicting Brady notices and Ms. Bradley's apparent animus towards Michelle Boudreaux, there is sufficient concern that the defendant will suffer actual prejudice if Christine Bradley continues to serve as a prosecutor in the case. Judge Murphy also wrote the court is concerned about whether Christine Bradley departed her role as a zealous advocate for the state and is now personally invested in the credibility determinations of Detective Moretti, Michelle Boudreaux, and the outcome of the trial. Right now, it's unclear who will replace Christine Bradley as lead prosecutor for the upcoming double murder retrial. But Melly's defense team isn't waiving his right to a speedy.
So this is just absolutely in shambles. They still haven't decided on the motion to dismiss. Like I said, I don't see that going anywhere. They don't know who the lead prosecutor is going to be. I don't even understand how they're going to still try this case in Broward County. But how embarrassing. I mean, just how embarrassing. I can't imagine being Christine Bradley in this moment. I mean, I would just crawl under a rock, girl, and just, take a sabbatical, take some me time. Okay, take a half a year. I don't know. Go find yourself in Bali because this ain't it. Okay, this really ain't it. So now they have to find not only a new lead prosecutor, that lead prosecutor has to become completely familiar with the case as much as somebody who was working on it for the past 5 years was. Okay, and then so there's the idea that this person's supposed to catch up by next week and they're supposed to select a jury and then move forward with the trial, and then after that end up trying YNW Bortland. Okay, I don't know. I mean, and so the defense is now arguing that it's a matter of not only double jeopardy but speedy trial, and that going forward with the case would be a violation of YNW Melly's rights. You know, there might just be too much here to actually allow this to go forward. Again, that would be explosive. That would be absolutely mind-blowing, but we will see. I'm going to be keeping up with this. I just can't believe that it's gotten this far. And for him to dismiss the prosecutor is not a good sign for the state. So this is a quote from the judge. Even though it is far from conclusive, the court is sufficiently concerned about whether Miss Bradley has departed from her role as a zealous advocate for the state and is now personally invested in the credibility determinations of Detective Moretti and Miss Boutros and the outcome of the trial. Ah, girl, you just really, you blew it, okay? You blew it, ma'am. Sorry, you did. So, and I still think that the witness tampering charges and all of that is also still up in the air, but I did want to just go over this article here about the alleged Instagram DMs in the witness tampering paperwork. So, in the screenshotted messages, Bortland, who is the co-defendant of Melly, allegedly told Holmes, who is the mother of YNW Melly's ex-girlfriend, who was the one that testified on the stand and came across as being a hostile witness and was very much pointing the finger at Christine Bradley as being a pushy character in this whole situation and trying to push a narrative that was not actually true. And she argued that she felt intimidated by this prosecutor. But these were the messages sent from Bortland to Felicia Holmes. Allegedly, he told her, "Chill, ma," after she said she would have her cousins drop Melly's infested bitch. I think bitch. Okay. Yeah. All right. And then Felicia Holmes then proceeded to extensively criticize Bortland and YNW Melly, whose double murder trial ended in a mistrial back in July. Holmes had previously been treated as a hostile witness during that trial, and in the Instagram DMs seemed to imply that Bortland attempted to pay off Holmes and Hamilton to not testify. Apparently, Felicia Holmes wrote, "Leave my baby alone. She don't give a damn about Melly, and if she did, she'll testify on his ass and yours too. If I call the prosecutor and tell them I've been in contact with you and you fucking with my child, your ass going in." Holmes allegedly continued, "Melly a snake, and just like he did sack Juvie, his mom, and redacted you next. God don't bless this mess. That's the devil's money. So leave her the fuck alone." Holmes went on to ask Bortland to add, "Mariah don't need his money. She's always lived good and will continue. Melly not the only with money, and at least I know she won't be harmed." So when were these DMs allegedly exchanged? Because those particular words from Felicia Holmes are a far cry from what has been publicly stated, not only in the middle of the trial, but recently they have both come out, Felicia Holmes and Mariah, basically in support of YNW Melly, completely upholding the narrative that the defense has put out, that they knew nothing about this, they weren't contacted, and that the prosecution, what they're alleging, is all lies. So what changed? As it turns out, do you actually maybe possibly do need Melly's money, and it's maybe not the devil's money any longer? Because I'm confused. What happened? So according to a police affidavit obtained by XXL, authorities are accusing both Melly and Bortland of communicating on the phone through an inmate named Terrence Mathis. Via that communication, police claim together they were attempting to dissuade Melly's ex-girlfriend and her mother from testifying against YNW Melly. Police claim Bortland and Mathis had more than 60 phone calls from March to August of 2023 and used code words to hide their intentions. Mathis reportedly referred to Melly's ex-girlfriend Mariah as Rihanna. Okay, girl. Oh, okay, that's a stretch. During said phone calls and texts. Documents specifically show the code word was used multiple times in April, during which Mathis coordinated three-way messages on Melly's behalf to Bortland. Tell her keep vibing in the Maybach like she been doing. Okay? Mathis allegedly texted Bortland, which police say is code for Hamilton not appearing in court. Interesting. So how did you guys decode that? Unless this Mathis person is testifying, I don't see really the picture they're trying to paint here. Because you could argue anything with that. I mean, you could argue that, like, they were literally talking about Rihanna. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. They have to have this man as a witness, as somebody who has flipped on this whole situation. So last month, Hamilton accused police of threatening to arrest her if she didn't disclose information on Melly in connection to the murders of Juvie and Sack Chaser. Oh my God. So here are the DMs in question, guys. So apparently she came on here talking about Melly's, I guess, side bitch and calling her a herpes infested bitch. Yikes. And this is what she allegedly said to Bortland. You a duck. Quack, quack. Melly didn't even fuck with you like that. I watched him leave you in the club while Project beat your ass. You dumb as fuck. She don't need blood money. That lifestyle she living good to be blessed by God. Leave my baby alone. She don't give a damn about Melly, and if she did, she'll testify on his ass and yours too. If I call that prosecutor and tell them I've been in contact with you and you fucking with my child, your ass going in. Melly a snake. And just like he did Sack Juvie, his mom, and so, you next. God don't bless mess. That's the devil's money, so leave her the fuck alone. Don't mention her because she don't mention y'all. Y'all act like a bunch of bitches. Shut the F up and get money before somebody slump your ass. These niggas talking about murking y'all, and y'all focused on my child. If she told on Melly, his ass would be getting the death penalty. She goes on. F Jamie, F'd out, long mouth, long cock ass, and fuck y'all. We don't need shit from him. She could have ended Melly months ago. Melly's slow. He's talented, but he has no brain. You don't cross everybody and think your life gonna be great. He only loyal to you for one reason. You beneficial. As soon as you stop, he'll snake you too. We will get the last laugh. Ooh, these text messages are damning. Okay, she says here, my daughter didn't tell on Melly or he would never get out. He hypothetically told her everything. She knows what you know. He told her the morning of at... I'm assuming this is saying Frito's house. She didn't tell them people what he told her, or there would never be any getting out for him. But since all of y'all gunning for her, and she's scared for her life, let your boy know everything he told her at Frito house. I know, and I'm gonna make her tell. She hasn't been subpoenaed yet, but after they hear this story, she will be. So these must be old messages. They have to be, because she definitely was subpoenaed and she's been subpoenaed for a long time. And now completely is backtracking on the entire situation. Everything she said in these supposed text messages. Are they real? Are they fake? I don't know. You guys, what do y'all think? Let me know. I mean, seems all pretty, I don't know. Seems pretty sketchy. Seems pretty much like somebody had a change of heart somewhere along the line. Either that or the messages aren't real. I don't know. I mean, at this point, nothing would surprise me. You can really say, at this point, anything could happen. Anything could be true. The prosecutor has been recused. The first trial was declared a mistrial. I mean, what is going to happen for this second trial? I couldn't tell you, but we will be watching, guys. So y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. Please like the video if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel. And yeah, guys, this is going to be interesting. But until next time, I will see y'all later. Bye.
I just tell the truth, and telling the truth is crazy in a world full of lies. If you mix brilliance with bravery, that we can ignite something. Even this conversation alone can ignite the people.
The time is now to express and for people to believe in themselves. The time is now for it to be okay to be great. People in this world shun people for being great, for being a bright color, for standing out. But the time is now to be okay to be the greatest you.